It has been a busy, upbeat day at San Francisco City Hall. This was the scene this morning. Dozens of same-sex couples lining up. Again, this was the first full day of legal same-sex weddings throughout California. And KRON 4's Chris Murphy has been outside City Hall. He's keeping us updated. What's happening, Chris?
Well, I'll tell you right now, Catherine, every several few minutes, sporadic bursts of cheering right now as all the supporters are gathered there on the Polk Street steps of San Francisco City Hall. They've been there in different groups since 8 o'clock this morning to watch literally hundreds of same-sex couples tie the knot. Inside is KRON 4's Christine Conley with the very latest. Christine?
Well, Chris, I've been here since 8 o'clock this morning when the doors first opened, and let me tell you, there was a rush of people. Hundreds of same-sex couples will get married here at San Francisco City Hall today. There have been ceremonies here every 20 minutes throughout the day, and there have been a lot of firsts on this historical day. Let's take a look at some of them now.
We're getting married!
As cheers rang through San Francisco City Hall, Hank Donat and Jeffrey Halpern raced to be the first to get their marriage license on California's first full day of same-sex weddings.
We're here at the happiest day of my life, part 3. And we're correcting the egregious error that was made in 2004 when our original wedding was revoked.
Many of these couples have been here before, first for a domestic partnership license, then in 2004 for a marriage license that was later invalidated by the state Supreme Court.
We've been together for 16 years. 16 years ago, we got our domestic partner licenses. Or permits, whatever, here. It was like getting a dog license. It looked like a dog license. And it's incredible that 16 years later we're out here getting our marriage licenses.
Helen Zia and Leah Shigemori were among the first to say I do. Their ceremony performed by City Attorney Dennis Herrera. In all, there are 20 sites in City Hall set up for marriage ceremonies. Some couples, like Stuart Gaffney and John Lewis, were swamped by cameras. They were among the plaintiffs who challenged the ban on same-sex marriage. For them, the best wedding gift they could receive is the public acknowledgement of their love.
This is the man I'm growing old with. This is my life partner, and he's about to be my lawfully wedded husband.
Now, marriage licenses will be issued here until 8 o'clock tonight. We understand that there could be another rush of people around 5:30 or 6 when people get off work. Of course, KRON 4 will keep you updated. And let's go back to Chris Murphy, who's live outside. Chris?
Christine, I thought I'd give us a little perspective on this. Norway was the first country to issue same-sex marriage licenses. That was in 2001. Here we are in 2008, where California, effective yesterday at 5:01 p.m., became the second state in the U.S. to issue same-sex marriage licenses. Massachusetts was the first. What makes California different, however, is that California is inviting all comers from other parts of the country. They will issue same-sex marriage licenses. Massachusetts does not do that. You have to be a citizen of Massachusetts. For now, I'm Chris Murphy at City Hall in San Francisco. Now back to you.
All right, Chris. Well, this coming November, California voters will have a chance to decide on whether they want to overturn legal same-sex marriage at the ballot box. But even if that ban does pass, KRON 4's Eric Johnston explains even that ban might be subject to legal challenges.
The measure on the November ballot, if passed, would write a ban on same-sex marriage into California's state constitution. It's very difficult to overturn a constitutional amendment, but not impossible. Louisiana has a state statute banning same-sex marriage, but courts there tossed out a voter-approved measure to write the ban into the state constitution because of a legal technicality. The California ballot measure may also have its own legal snags, one being the status of same-sex couples who've already gotten married.
It's very unlikely that this ban would be able to overturn those marriages that have already happened. There's nothing in the language of the ballot initiative that says that the measure would be retroactive.
The result could be creating two different classes of same-sex couples, those who were able to marry and those who were not, which could be ruled unconstitutional. And nullifying existing legally conducted marriages is also considered unlikely.
I doubt that this California Supreme Court, who just legalized same-sex marriage, is going to invalidate probably thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of marriages that happen between now and November that are entirely legal under California law.
Ultimately, the fact that same-sex marriage is already legal in the state could be enough to sway voters not to approve the ban.
Laws affect people's personal opinions. and that they lend an air of legitimacy that makes people think maybe it's okay, maybe I don't need to fight against this.
Eric Johnston, KRON 4 News.